Morbius movie review. After many setbacks, we finally have the Jared Leto's as the living vampire in Morbius, a Spider-Man villain spin-off. The film, directed by Daniel Espinosa and script by Matt Zama and Buck Sharpless, the writing team behind Dracula Untold, has been in the works for a long time and was primarily shot before the pandemic. This marks the second Sony-produced Spider-Man spin-off featuring one of the hero's adversaries as the title character. Hey, I'm Lewis Michael, and welcome back to Geeking Around. Make sure you like and subscribe for more videos, and let's get back to this review. Dr. Michael Morbius is introduced as a Nobel Prize winner with a dreadful blood illness that he has promised to cure. His claim to fame and his company's Horizons breakthrough is an artificial blood that has saved many lives. The pale blue liquid is one of the film's occasional splash of color in the midst of its gloom. Since the early private health care treatments, Morbius has worked alongside scientist and romantic love interest Martin Brankoff to save his dying adopted brother Milo, played by Matt Smith. Morbius spies vampire bat DNA with a human subject himself, resulting in his gruesome transformation into a murderous vampire. The visuals used by the director to portray Morbius adjusting to his newfound abilities are thrilling and logical. Pulsating waves, shimmering shrieks, teleporting mist, and other effects are used throughout the film to give the audience a sense of what Morbius is going through, and they never do get old. The film has some fun vampire action that is visualized in an interesting and comic bookish manner. The scenes are sped up and have a cool aesthetic blow and after image that is like the throwing daggers effect from V for Vendetta. Morbius does features an outstanding cast of actors. Matt Smith slides effortlessly into Milo at first helpless and vulnerable, and then perfectly embodies a flamboyant, cunning, menacing villain. Seen in The Doctor as a bad guy was the highlight of the film and makes one hates the rise of Skywalker even more, where his role, rumored to be Grand Admiral Thrawn, was cut out. Jared Leto's as Morbius was excellent as he portrays a tortured and intelligent doctor. It was refreshing to see a hero to be more grounded and not silly. Jared Harris has a small role, but a very important one as the fatherly mentor of Morbius and Milo. Despite having a wonderful cast and some cool vampire action, the film isn't without its flaws, and the few interviews with director Daniel Espinosa never felt like he was all that passionate about the film or inspired by the original comics. The writing duo Matt Zama and Buck Sharpless are no stranger to comic book-esque movies. However, the previous effects are plagued with the same problems Morbius is: thin plots, undeveloped character, disconnected dialogue, etc. The editing and writing has a very odd pacing to the stories. Although weeks or even months passed in the film timeline, it only felt like the whole movie was presented in one night. The studio behind Morbius, Sony, is equally, if not more, to blame for the failures of the film. It was completely understandable to delay the movie's release when the pandemic happened. However, delaying it again after the January 2022 release was just idiotic. Sony could have capitalized on the mass success of Spider-Man No Way Home by keeping with the January 2022 release, it wouldn't be overshadowed by the Batman, a rival and very successful film. Then there is the April Fool's Day release day. Some fans thought it was a joke at Falls. For real, look on Twitter. Much like Universal Dracula Untold, Sony chose to give Morbius a strict PG-13 rating. A vampire/villain movie without blood. Doesn't make sense when you say it out loud, does it? Morbius is a decent film. It moves quickly through his 104-minute runtime, and there are enough enjoyable moments to provide a few smiles, but it's unlikely that the entire film will stick with audience for long. Morbius is a character lost between two worlds, man and monster, and this film is locked in a similar position, making it unremarkable in the end. So yeah, that is it for the spoiler-free version. Make sure you like and subscribe so you get the spoil video that be released shortly, and make sure you look in the description for some really cool links. We got the links to the Geeking Around network website where you can get more reviews and videos and articles. There are also my gear list where you can find a link to Amazon to a lot of the equipment that I use to make these videos, as well as some of my drawing programs and equipment that I use. Also, you can find the link to my Star Wars fan comic, Kira, a Star Wars story, in the subscription as well. And there will be a web novel for part 2 coming out very soon, so make sure you check all that out. Also, there is the Geeking Around Teespring link where you can get t-shirts of Geeking Around and other cool merch. Yeah, that's all the time we have. I see you next time with this spoil video, so see ya.